Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all having a good week. I'm going to apologize right up front now. It's going to be kind of tough for me because my throat's been all messed up all week. My doctor actually wants me to go in for a COVID test tomorrow, so yay. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. It don't look like I'm going to be doing much hunting this week. I'm going to try and get out as much as I can though. What's happening, Jay? Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the week, man. I made the best of it. I went out opening day. I probably shouldn't have. I wasn't feeling good, and I went out anyways, and it was raining. Those of you here in Michigan, you know we had a pretty rough opening weekend here. Hey, I'm glad that I'm finally getting to talk with you. How's it going? Hey, at least you've seen a buck, Mike. I didn't get to see a buck at all. I'm so glad your dad likes to watch me and stuff. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, I'm trying my best, man. I really should have took more care of myself, I guess, because getting out in that rain did me in. I was actually feeling. I got sick last Monday. Hey, fellow ginger friend, how you doing? I seen 7 deer opening day, but I'll tell you, the majority. I seen 5 of them or 4 of them were out in the field, probably a quarter-mile away. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you what those were. The other ones was just a doe and her pair of fawns, and that's all I got to see. So yeah, normally by now I would have seen some bucks. I usually get to see quite a few bucks. The one opening day, I think I told you guys on one of the other episodes. I got to see 7 bucks at one time come out. What's happening, brother? I'm doing okay. Last week I started getting sick on Monday, and I talked to the doctor, and he wanted me to do a COVID test, but then I decided not to because I wasn't having all the stuff that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the hats. For any of you guys that want these hats, they're $10. I can ship them out. I can get them made up. I have a friend here in Lincoln that makes up my hats. So just email me, LToutdoors15@yahoo.com. And I have shirts and stuff made up too. But yeah, it's pretty cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll tell you, I was so pumped for this hunting season, and then when opening day came and I felt so sick, I was so bummed out, but I still went out and did it. Okay, that's fine, man. I totally get it. You have a good night, Mike. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. They really are. She buys really good hats, so I was shocked the first hat I bought from her. It's not a bad deal for the hats, and yeah, they're comfortable. And I like the designs she puts on them, so yep, really cool. But yeah, I don't know how many more of you were out on opening weekend here for bow in Michigan, but we had a rough one. We've had some cold ones in the past, and I enjoy the cooler ones because the deer usually move. But man, this was all rain. It was just unbelievable how much rain we had. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It always makes me happy that to hear that you guys enjoy this stuff. So it really does. That made my day. Thank you very much. Yeah, I try my best. I've been really working my butt off to get out there and try and bring good content and just show you guys the kind of stuff that I enjoy out in the outdoors because I do just about everything. And we had rain, the 30-degree temperatures we had, and then it literally rained all day. Yesterday was really bad, and then today it's rained quite a bit. And yeah, it's just been a nasty opener. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the outdoors is great. That's ever since I was a kid. What's happening, Rich? Ever since I was a kid, I've been getting out and that's always been my happy place. I do even when I lived in Oscoda, all I had. That's okay. You're doing good. Even when I lived in Oscoda, all I had was a little piece of woods behind my house. I don't even think it was an acre, but I'd go back there with my slingshot and a handful of rocks, and I'd go back squirrel hunting. I mean, and I mean mushroom picking and all that. I just been doing it since I was a little kid. That's just the way to go. Yeah, I hate to say it, Rich, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one having a slow opener, because by now usually I would have at least seen some, halfway decent bucks that I could pass up, but I'm just not seeing them yet this year. It's been kind of a bummer, but I didn't hunt as much as I usually do because the one day I just felt way too rotten. And yeah, today was one of those days. I felt not only was it raining harder, but I just felt really bad. And then, like I said, tomorrow my doctor's got me going to take a COVID test. So I don't know. We'll see. Even if I got the COVID, I still feel okay out in my deer blind as long as I'm not coughing. That was the biggest problem, I think, this weekend. I had to take cough drops, big old pocket full of cough drops to keep me from coughing, because opening day I was choking them back. It was a rough one. But I tried my best. I was really hoping to see some action, but yeah, the does, that's all I seen. And the doe and the fawns, I see them every day anyway. They're usually out here sleeping in my yard in the morning, so that was no big thing for me to see them. But for those of you that watched my video today that I posted of it, she was acting so weird. I don't know what was going on. The wind was right. There was no reason for her to jump and act like that. So I don't know if somebody hunted back there during youth season or something, maybe left a gut pile. I'm not sure what happened, but she was acting screwy. And I noticed the same thing with some of them deer I told you I seen about a quarter mile out in the field. They came out, acted normal, and then they jumped around and ran back the way they came. So, and the wind was right, so I don't know what was going on. Well, thank you. I'm very happy that you like them. I'm going to keep posting them out there. Actually, Uncle Dale called me today, and we're going to be hopefully heading down to Saginaw probably a couple weeks from now. We're going to be doing some more fishing videos. He wants to get in on them walleyes, and that's going to be really shortly. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that, and I've still got a couple special stuff coming up here that'll be starting in November. And not just hunting. I've got some neat things coming up, so I can't wait to show you guys some of the things I have that I'm looking forward to. It should be an exciting season. I mean, I honestly, even when I'm out there sitting in the deer stand, especially this weekend, all I could think about is how I wish I would have had this YouTube channel started, a few years back, because I've seen so much amazing stuff. What's happening, Gordon? I've seen so many amazing things in my life that I just wish I could have shared with everybody. And I mean, the memories are always going to be there, but it just would have been so much nicer to have it on camera, because I still love to go back and watch my videos myself just to, get those memories back, because my memory ain't that great. My weekend was okay. I hunted as much as I could, but like I said, I don't know why I got some kind of cold going on. My throat's all swelled up and stuffy, and it was just kind of a rough one. Yeah, so it was a tough one, but yep. Dale was bugging me. He's always getting on me about the walleyes, so that's going to be starting up here pretty soon. He's been checking on me every day, wanting to know about him, and I just keep telling him it's going to be a little bit. But I'm just forecasting the walleyes to be a couple more weeks. So right now I'm definitely in deer mode, and I'm hoping, like I said, I want to get my first deer out of the way so that I can start doing some duck episodes, because duck season actually opened this weekend, and usually I'm out duck hunting quite a bit. That's probably my favorite type of hunting is I'm glad. Honestly, I love the fact that you guys hop on here and chat with me, because I was kind of afraid to start this when I first started, because I really thought I was just going to be chatting by myself, so. And I'm amazed, at all the people that want to get on here and chat. I love it. So it's great to talk with you guys. But yeah, I've usually duck hunting is honestly my favorite type of hunting. I mean, I love getting out in the woods and deer hunting, but duck hunting, it's by far my favorite. So I definitely want to get a deer and get out duck hunting. But I want to hit. For those of you that deer hunt hard, you know that the rut gets good right around Halloween. So I want to be. I don't want to tag myself out just yet. I got time. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna make sure I'm on here every Sunday. I did miss that one, and I screwed up that Sunday. I didn't. I had actually forgotten. That was the weekend my buddy John was up here goose hunting. But yep, every Sunday night I'll be on here at 8 o'clock. Even when I'm sick, I'm still gonna be on here. So yeah, I made it a point tonight to get on no matter what. Yeah, the coyotes. I agree with you. I was on. Well, I was gonna try and throw the video, that video I made today that I posted. I did have some videos of the coyotes just before I climbed down from the tree stand. They were going nuts, but it didn't turn out. The volume in the on the GoPro wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Um, because you could hear the coyotes just barely off in the distance, but then my one friend's dogs were actually a lot louder than the coyotes, and once the dogs heard the coyotes, they drowned them right out. So I didn't add that into my video, but sometimes the coyotes get right on top of me, and when they do that, then I'll have some cool video footage for you guys. But I didn't get that. But yeah, I'll be thinning them out. I'm gonna be hunting the coyotes this year. um, I have never hunted. I've never duck hunted down in Saginaw, mostly because I heard that it's just crazy with hunters, and I like to try and keep my distance from other hunters. I heard it gets ridiculous down there with other people. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why that is. My sister, sometimes she said she doesn't get the notification too, so I'm not sure. Yeah, yeah. Every now and then, my sister Susan says she doesn't get it. Robin doesn't get it either. My big sister. I wish. See, I know there's a way to share. I know I could share this to like Facebook and that while I'm talking, but I really don't want to. I don't know how to do that, so I don't want to mess things up. Well, that's cool. Okay. So have you had? You must have just been doing the online school then since COVID, or? Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be cool then. That'll be really nice. Oh, I think I just figured this out. Hopefully you guys can still see me on here. See if this works. Nope. Okay. Cool. Oh wow, that's crazy. I was wondering how that was gonna go. I've actually had my cold since last. It started last Monday. Was when it started. It just started off as a. Actually, it was kind of a burning in the back of my throat, which was weird. I haven't had a bad throat. Like usually, I get a regular sore throat, but I had a burning throat, and then it just, it was weird. After a few days, it actually had gone away. By opening day of bow season, it was really, I was fine. And then the next day, my throat was actually swollen and it was hard to breathe. And I'm guessing that's because I was sitting out there in the rain for opening day. Go figure. The weatherman was way off again, so I blame him big time because it was supposed to stop raining opening day by 3 o'clock. So I went out in the woods at 2:30 thinking I'm gonna hit those deer went right before it stops raining. Well, I get out there and it did not stop raining until like 6:30, and I got soaked. So I know that's why I'm more sick. But doctor wants me to do the COVID test anyway, so better be safe than sorry. But right now it's just more swollen and just bothering me than anything. Yeah, I actually just figured it out. I just shared it on Facebook. I didn't realize next to the end screen there was a share button. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now. That's never any fun. I do have a headache too. I got a headache from heck. Well, I really hope not, man. I mean, I told one of my best friends up here is actually my nurse. I used to work with her back before she was a nurse, and she called me today checking up on me, and I told her, that I wasn't feeling good and that now I've got a headache too. And she said, well, we're getting in for that COVID test. So I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what it is. I'm gonna go in and just get tested tomorrow. But like I said, even if it is COVID, I can keep my social distancing out in the woods as long as I'm feeling a little better. But right now, like tomorrow, I definitely ain't gonna be hunting. Not the way I'm feeling right now, anyway. Well, thank you. I'm sure I'll be fine. I just keep taking cough medicine, and I'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, I honestly yesterday, if it wasn't for I had a bunch of those Vicks cough drops out with me deer hunting. If it wasn't for that, I don't know what I would have done because I would have been coughing up a storm. It is so hard to keep quiet out there. But yeah, here pretty soon. I know for those of you that watched my video today, you've probably seen I'm hunting out of the same stand that I did last year. Last year I got that deer. I think it was the third day of the season, right out of that same stand. And I've shot other deer out of that stand too. It's a good stand. And then where I was sitting and I heard the turkeys, that's actually a different stand. It's pretty close to the same one, but it's near a better deer trail. And I was sitting next to that yesterday all day, and I never seen a deer, sadly. But I've got a couple other stands that I'm going to be hunting too. I'm just going to flip flop between the winds. And on some of these windier days too, I might just end up duck hunting on the nasty days because duck days are always better on nasty days. So. But yeah, on opening day, it was very slow. I thought I'd see more than I did, but I at least seen some deer that day. I was out there. I like to get out an hour early. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like to be sitting at least an hour before daylight. Okay, yeah, I know Yassine. He's a cool dude. Yep, I'm surprised that it didn't tell him about me though, because he's usually on here. But yeah, I was sitting there opening day, and yeah, I know it's tough. It seems like every time I find some downtime, I have to find some work to keep myself going. Hey, Chad, how's it going, brother? Okay, yeah, tell him I said hi. Yeah, every time I find some downtime, I just seem to have to find things to keep me going. Like today, like I said, I wasn't hunting, but as you can see, that big box of Hot Wheels right there, that's what I was doing all day. I was listing stuff on eBay. So that's my side gig. So oh yeah, thank you. I got Thor. That's the mighty Thor. And then y'all know Ruby. Thor's a Chiweenie, and Ruby is actually a Walker and Red Bone Coonhound. So, yeah, she's my best friend. She likes to go fishing and rides in the truck, and she likes to hunt raccoons. Yeah, she's a heck of a good dog. But, yep, opening day, though, I seen the total of 7 deer. Right away at first light, I had that doe and the 2 babies walk out in front of me, and they were coming in like nothing was wrong, and they didn't get very far past me, and then they freaked out and ran back the way they came. So that was a rough one, and I don't know if, like I said, I don't know what happened back there because the wind was right. I know it wasn't me because they weren't even looking my direction. I totally agree, Gordon. I love these temps, man. I love fall. I like winter too. I cannot wait to get out on the ice, and it's definitely right around the corner. Yeah, your dad. I was hoping to get with him this last time that he was up here. I was trying to get up there to Bob and Mary's. I was going to fish with them, but I didn't. I never ended up making it down there. They got a hold of me recently. They want me to come wash the side of their house, but I just ain't been feeling good enough, so I can't get down there to do it right away. They get a hold of me every year to help them with something, but I like helping them. They're kind of like my grandparents, really. All right, it was nice chatting with you, brother. I hope you have a good night too. Yeah, I'll try and get my deer out of the way here so we can do some playing. No matter what, Dale gets up here, it's gonna be fishing time anyways. Because when he gets up here, that's all he wants to do. So I'll have to put the bow away for him anyway. Oh, that is very cool, Chad. I'll tell you, she's the first hound I ever had in my life, and I don't know if I ever want to have another type of dog because I just love her. I mean, everything about her. She's just an awesome dog. I was worried at first because she likes to run, but break them, they're just a great dog. I mean, I can actually go in the store now with the window down far enough where she could jump out. She'll just sit there, won't even think of jumping out. She's just an awesome pup. I really, really couldn't ask for a better doggy. Well, hopefully your dad can get up here this year and we'll do some ice fishing because I definitely want to get with him. I haven't got to actually see him and it's been a long time. It's been many years since we've seen each other. Yeah, mine too. Well, you guys know with my ice fishing videos, I basically live on the ice. I could go out there every day and spend all day on the ice. I just love it. And Ruby does too, especially now that I got her that little bed thing that she can sit on so her feet don't freeze. She just loves it. All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for hopping on here and saying hi. And I hope you have a good day at school tomorrow. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it, Chad. I think he does. He's messaged me on Facebook before, and I thought we swapped numbers. If not, he can always get it from me on there. Um, yeah, I'll always give him my number. That's no problem. I actually last year I met a guy up there at the bait store when I went in at 9th Street Dam, and he was getting ready to head out on your lake, Chad. And I was gonna head out that way because I've never ice fished on it, but I really had no idea where to even go out there. I didn't know if the ice got good enough out there. I had no idea. Oh, I will. she she says hi. She's such a good girl. She's sitting there just I don't know what she wants to play or something. She's being a goof. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try and do the best. Try and enjoy the week if I can. I hope you have a good week too. That's how I was when I lived on Venison Lake. I always put my tip-ups out. That was one thing I missed. I miss living on a lake. It was really nice. That's why I'm hoping one day to have a pond dug out here and back. That's something I've always wanted to have done, but my mom wanted one too. We just never got around to it. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I had no idea where to go. I mean, I've only been to the lake twice now, and I've only ever gone to that one little launch. So I don't know much about your lake, but I know there's a lot of pike in it, so that's fun. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'll be good about it. Like I said, I go in tomorrow for that test, and if it comes out bad, I got no problem social distancing. That's what I do most of my life anyway. So hope you're having a good night, Hall and Ash Outdoors. You been out doing any deer hunting at all? I've been busy. I only deer hunted the 2 days. Deer season up here for bow season opened on Thursday, and I only managed to get out Thursday and then yesterday, but it was slow, and I just been getting sick, so that really hasn't been very good for me. And I haven't seen any good deer anyway, just does and fawns. Yeah, I'll be all right. Well, that's good. It's always fun out there in the outdoors. Well, it's like I said on my video today. I think probably my favorite part about deer hunting is always that first bit of morning light when all the animals start to awaken because you hear some just crazy noises. That's always my favorite part. Yeah, I know you can't eat horns, but I used to always take a doe, and I don't know. Over the years, it ain't the same for me anymore. Especially when I see the fawns with the does. It just I don't know. I got a complex over that, I guess. I just don't take them. It'd be too easy for me, really. I don't do it. And as far as the bucks go, I try to only take 8 points or bigger. But sometimes if I'll see four on one side and I'll take it, but it might end up being a 7 point. Every now and then it happens to me. But um, all right, bye. It was nice chatting with you. Thank you very much, Chad. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I know you can't eat the horns, but I get just as much just as much meat. I get a ton of meat out of my bucks. Plus, I get to show them on my walls, which I enjoy having something to hang up for memory's sake at least. So, I mean, I love every bit of it. Like I said, I trust me, I hunt for food too. In fact, that's what I ate again tonight was deer. I mean, I could eat deer every day, and I do really. That's pretty much all I've been eating is deer for venison burger and steaks. But I actually live in Alcona County here in Michigan. Yeah, I wish I had some whiskey right now. My uncle actually mentioned that. That's something that I don't have at the house, so I just been trying NyQuil. Yeah, deer season opened Thursday. We got bow season just opened up Thursday up here. So I'm going to be out. I mean, I don't focus so much this time of year. I mean, like I said, as far as does, I could go out right now and get a doe any any day. Yesterday, yeah, it sucked. I didn't see any deer. I could go out and get a doe just about any day, but um, I enjoy getting the bucks, and I know that if I hold off, we got the rut coming up, which being out during the rut is so spectacular. I've had days out there where I've seen multiple fights where I've got to hear just constant grunting and bleeding and just chasing where I've seen several deer chases in a day. That is what I go for. That's a lot of fun. That's funny, Jimmy. Hey, as long as you're watching, that's all that matters. Yeah, she actually does. She naps with me. Actually, yesterday I passed out on the chair, and when I woke up, she had her head laying over the chair on the side here. She watches over me. She's a good girl. But yeah, like I said, I'm not no folks. I'm really not, because I do look forward to the rut, and I know, and just especially around the end of the month, my favorite week to hunt is the week of Halloween. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And like I said, I might just do a bunch of duck hunts between then and now too. I still deer hunt, but I can break it up with some duck hunts, and because I definitely don't want to miss the rut. And I also want to show off some rifle season this year, so so I don't want to get my deer before, you know, before then. I want to be able to get a deer during archery and rifle, so I can show you guys a bit of both. Now, how many of you out there have actually used calls for deer hunting? That's something I enjoy doing, and I've actually had some luck with it. A couple years ago, it was the year I fell out of my tree stand. I actually rattled in some bucks. That was my first year of actually playing with rattles. Oh, that's cool. Welcome back. Yeah, I've got a couple really big antler sheds in my room, and I was using them for rattles. And I actually called in, I think, 3 bucks that day that I shot my buck. And that was really cool. And I also have fun with that, what they call the can. I'm sure those of you that hunt know what that is, that doe bleat can. I really love that one. It's easy to use. It works. It sounds fine. Um, Sometimes I mess with the fawns. It's kind of funny out there because I feel bad for them, but during the rut, the mamas, most of the time they boot their fawns out because they're busy, doing their thing. They ain't got time for the kids. Well, the kids would be running out there just doing their quiet little baby bleats because they're trying to get mama's attention. Well, if you hit that can, sometimes those fawns will come running to the bleat because they think it's mama. And I've called fawns at them right around my tree stand before. It's kind of fun to do. It's just a good way to get them up close and look at them anyway. And as far as the grunts go, I haven't had too much luck yet with the grunts, but it's a good way to stop them. I did have one small buck. He was a little 6-pointer that I hit the grunt a couple times and he just went nuts. It was like he wanted to, pick a fight, but he was small. He would have got his butt kicked. Oh, I bet. Well, this weekend was opening a duck too, so there was probably a ton of duck hunters out there. I heard just yesterday. I wouldn't doubt if I heard close to 1,000 shots within the first 2 hours of opening daylight. I mean, it was just nuts. It's a lot of fun. And another thing I like to play with. Oh, thanks. I do have a lot of cool pictures. Actually, the pictures down the hallway there are mostly duck pictures. I collect old waterfowl art because I've always loved duck pictures. But I also like to use scents for my deer. I'll use the doe and heat. Um, Dang, 10-pound hen of the woods. That's a good one there. Nice find. Yeah, that's something. It's a good, even out deer hunting right now, it's good to find those. Well, I really appreciate that. Oh, that's cool. See, I have never actually had bear. I've always wanted to try it. I've had moose. I thought moose was really good, and I've had elk. Um, but there's a lot of things out there that I haven't got to try that I would just love to. Nope, they're still doing the 3 zones. Yep, they still got the north, south, and middle zone. Wow. See, that's, back when I was younger, though, Chad, I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that when I was, from, I don't know, probably 14 to 22. I would shoot, other than a fawn. I obviously would not do that, but I would shoot probably the first deer that came in. Just how I used to be. Dad talked me into it back then, and you know, I noticed that back. I never shot a buck until I was at least a decent buck. I would never shoot a spike. I saved myself off for that, but I wanted to shoot a good buck, so I held off for that. But I never even seen any good bucks until I was, like 26 or something, and that was because I was shooting those darn deer too soon. When I take that first deer, all I was doing was scaring any other chance of any other deer that would come through. It's amazing sometimes what you see when you pass up on deer. Like the day that I seen those 7 bucks come in at once. Let's say I would have shot that first buck I seen. Those other 6 that came in following that first one, I would have never seen them. And that first one was just a spike. The other ones that followed were a heck of a lot better, including the 7-point that I ended up taking. So, I mean, I do hold off anymore, and I've really, when I hold off on deer, I do end up seeing a lot more, because that's just how I was raised. I used to shoot, brown it's down when I was a kid, but I don't do that anymore. It's just not. I've taken enough of them, I guess, that I just don't see. I don't need to do that. Um, well, thank you very much. Yeah, patience really does. It's like I said, honestly, back, I wish I would have held off on some shots when I was younger, because I know I would have had chances at some really cool stuff, or at least I would have seen a lot of deer when I was younger. Because I would do the same thing. I would only see a deer, but that's because I shot a deer. But were you hunting the same stand though, Chad, that you shot that first deer out of? Because that really does make a difference. I mean, I've shot a couple deer out of one stand before, but once you shoot the one deer out of a stand, it really messes things up to where those deer start getting real skittish about it, and they might have turned nocturnal around that stand for all you know if you didn't have cameras around to check on it. I mean, it happens. That's what I'm wondering about right now where I'm at, because hunt. Somebody could have been hunting back there. There could be a gut pile for all I know, and that might be why my deer are acting skittish, because they're usually not like that. Usually I can have deer walk right up on me. They'll get right under my. I mean, I don't have a problem with that because I don't move or anything, but all it takes is one person to leave a gut pile or something. It can mess everything up. I did put a stand out on public land too that I'm planning on hunting. Probably, yeah, I might just hunt it this week if I end up not being too sick. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, I've been being careful about everything, and yeah, see, me and Dad, I have a few spots that I used to hunt for opening day, but since I've lived up here, I've been hunting the same area, and it seems, it usually pays off, but, um, and I think it still will. I just don't know what's going on this week, but I really think I'm going to have some nice bucks come through. There's usually some good ones. One thing that didn't help up here that I know is hurting me is, some of the farmers ended up getting those. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for getting on here, and I'm, yeah, hopefully I feel better this week, because it's going to be a really rough week if I don't. But yeah, the farmers up here using those tags to slay them off, I know that's killing a lot of it. Wow. Yeah, see, that's pretty crazy. I know in a couple years back, I got my 2 bucks within I think it was the third day of archery season, and I definitely don't want to do that this year because I was bumming the whole rest of the season, especially during the rut when that all kicked in. All my friends are posting pictures, and I'm like, man, I can't even get out. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that either. Well, I appreciate it. My niece actually loves playing that Roblox too. I've playing it with her, but she always kicks my butt. Oh, I didn't think of that either because we did have a weird moon. I think it was actually one of those red moons recently, and that does play a big role in it. Actually, opening night, I told my buddy about that when I headed out in the field. Well, actually, it was the following day, yesterday, when I headed out. All right, Chad, that sounds good. When I headed out yesterday, I did see deer, but it was actually all in my headlights as I turned into the field, and I could tell that they were out browsing all night long. So I think that's what it was. I think it was so bright out that the deer spent all night out, and then they probably just bedded down for the day yesterday because there really wasn't anything moving yesterday. It was pretty ridiculous, but that happens at times, especially with those bright moons. Like you said, they get out, they see good, they don't have to. They can get out and just feed at night. They ain't got to worry about it. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, as far as I think it's good for walleye fishing, but it's only good. I've only done good for like the first little bit of it because the walleye they feed up so quickly during that full moon because they go into a feeding frenzy for a short period of time because it's so bright they can see so good. But after that, I don't do good. Like it's almost like you only get a slow or a short bite period that night and then it dies down. I don't do very good after that. Yeah, there you go. Spooky season already. Smoked pike, what? One for $1? I've actually never had smoked pike before. I've had smoked. I've actually had smoked walleye, which was really good, and I've had smoked bass. Used to be a guy in Oscoda that would bring all kinds of different smoked fish into the store I went to, but cat's a nut. I don't even have Zoom. Actually, this on this computer here, I don't even have much on here because I got to save space for my videos. I'm constantly. Oh, I gotcha. I'm constantly deleting things on this computer because I need space for my video, all my video memory. I've even had to delete videos and stuff on here. Yeah, we could probably do that. I want to wait till I get better though, because it's hard enough for me to talk right now. You should add me on Facebook though if you got one. Yep, that's where I spend most of my time for online is Facebook. I do have a Twitter account for those of you that go on Twitter. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, and Facebook, but I spend a lot of my time on Facebook. Oh, oh, that's okay. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot other than hunting, mostly because like I said, I haven't felt good since Monday, so I've been keeping myself away from people really because even I'm not sure how I feel about the COVID thing, but even if this is just a regular cold that I have, I don't want to spread it around. No, I don't have that. I used to. No, I do have Snapchat though. I don't use that very often either. Now the other day I did buy. I'm gonna try this. It's a scrape spray for making buck scrapes. That's something I've never really toyed with. So I don't know how many of you that's actually done that before. I mean, like I said, I use the doe urine during season, and I have a really good response with that. Um, but I've never played with scrapes. I'm gonna try making some fake scrapes this year and see what that does. Yeah, the Farmer's Almanac too. I've always followed that because I feel that they know way more than the Weather Channel, and they're actually calling for a really rough winter. Which, I'm all for the cool. Um, I'm all for the cool weather. I just don't want the heavy snow. That's one thing I don't want because especially on our ice, we've had. I think last year was pretty rough, but you get those years where you get just a little bit of ice and then boom, you get too much snow on top and it makes it horrible for the rest of the winter. No, I don't blame you, Chad. Actually, I was training Ruby and Ruby's got it in her blood. Okay, I'll let you go. We'll chat another time. Um, that's awesome, Jonathan. Oh, great minds think alike. Honestly, as far as guns go for deer hunting, I was never one to rifle hunt until this year. I've got a 30-06 to hunt with, um, but I used to hunt with just a shotgun. Was actually my for most of my life. I just used a shotgun. I shot most of my deer with a 20 gauge, just using buckshot. All I'd ever do is I'd put a slug in front for the first shell, and then I'd back it up with two shells of buckshot. And I did the same thing with when I started shooting with a 12 gauge. Same thing. First shell would be my slug, then I double up with buckshot. Because if I didn't get it with the slug, I'd just start blasting with the buckshot. But I've never, knock on wood, I've never lost a deer, and I've never missed one. So that's cool. See, there's a lot of deer up here. Well, you've seen probably in my trout videos. I've had deer walk right out in the rivers in front of me, and I mean, I literally see deer just about every day. But you know, they've been shot at so darn many times up here now, though, over the past couple of years too, that they're just getting a lot more skittish. Well, that helps too. Yeah, I just turned 34 the other day, so not too far off. But yeah, I found a really good spot. My buddy John came up here recently and helped me put a stand out, and we found a good spot on some state land where I hung a stand. I'm pretty excited to check it out because it's a really old deer trail. You could tell the deer have been running it for a long time because I mean, you could see the deer, when deer jump over logs, their hooves usually clip the log. Well, they usually take off a little piece of log. You can see the logs that they've trimmed. They've gone over them so many times now to where there's just no log left. So now they've just got a big log they walk right through. So I know it's really good old trail, and we're set up right near it. It should be really good. I'm looking forward to hunting that stand, but Not sure what you mean by that, Jonathan. Oh yeah, yep, I sure am. Trapping season actually opens. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Trapping season opens on the 15th of this month is when it opens up for most of our creatures, like possums and raccoons, and skunks and fox and coyote. But yeah, I'll be setting some traps out and okay, sounds good. Well, I'm going to be off of here in about 10 minutes. So, well, hi, Josh. How are you, buddy? I hope you're doing good. And thank you very much for joining in, man. Have you been out deer hunting at all? Yeah, we see trapping. I haven't trapped in a few years because it's been yeah, yep, not too far out, not too far out. And I'm gonna be teaching. I look forward to teaching you guys. Like I said, I think I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers. I really hope I don't. But I got a feeling that just because I've had some flack come at me from the squirrel videos. I'm sure that some people are gonna hate on me for the trapping ones, but I'm just gonna show. Yes, he is. I'm just going to show you guys how I go about doing it, and then I am going to show you, how I cook everything, how I skin everything, fleshing, drying. I'm going to teach you guys everything really, and you can pick what you want to watch. I mean, like I said, that's how the internet works. It's funny people don't realize that it's like that, but if there's something on there that you don't want to see, you don't have to click on it. I don't get how some people just I just don't get how some people don't want to realize that that you don't have to watch things if you don't want to see it. So yeah, but I'm gonna have trapping on here. I cannot wait to show you guys how to use the coon cuffs and the dog proof traps. Those are excellent traps, um, and especially around if you're gonna be. Thank you, I really appreciate that. If you're doing work like I do, where you have to get rid of critters and residential, let's say you've got coons that are getting in your dumpsters and stuff like that. You can't seem to get them with a live trap. The dog-proof traps are probably your next best step because you're not going to get a dog in it. The cats don't get in them. I mean, I've never caught a cat in them because I'll show you why. October 15th, I'll teach you guys why. But it's they're just made for raccoons, and I did catch a possum in one once, but it was a total accident. It's nothing that happens very often. Um, okay, it happens. I don't have the greatest signal here because I live in the middle of nowhere. So every now and then you might even lose me because sometimes my signal goes all the way out. I'm sorry about that. But but yeah, come season, just a few more days, I'll be showing you guys how I do all that. I'm hoping to buy some more traps, even especially the coon cuffs and dog proofs. Just got to come up with the money. I've been short on cash lately with everything, but that's why I'm listing on eBay too, trying to get some more stuff going. Um, but yeah, so far, I don't know. I'm happy with what I've done this year, especially on here on YouTube. I think I've come pretty far as my videos go. I've looked back at all the videos that I've done, and well, see, honestly, the only deer I've done, I mean, we only have the whitetail up here, so I haven't got to hunt mule deer or anything like that. I think probably my favorite would be mule deer, though, if it came down to hunting them. I hope one day to get down to Montana or Texas or something and try to hunt the mule deer because they're just insane. They got giant racks. Okay, well, yeah, I look forward to showing you, and I mean, I'm sure it'll end up being probably around the same way. Um, I does he hunt? Do you guys? Does he hunt other than whitetail? Does he hunt other deer? Yeah, I see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna trap yet. I thought about setting traps for coyotes and fox, but as you know, that takes up a lot more time. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be running a full out line this year, or if I'm just gonna run a few traps um, to show people, how I do it with different things. I might just run a trap for everything to teach people, but I thought about just going mostly for the water fur bears this year, because that's always been my favorite anyways. I love trapping muskrats, and in my opinion, they're one of the best eating animals anyway. Probably, I'd say beaver's probably the best, but muskrat goes right under that. So I'm definitely going to be teaching you all about that. Um, and I mean, to me, muskrat to trapping is like the squirrel to hunting. And Jonathan, I'm sure you know exactly what that means, or what I mean by that, because you know, basically, squirrel is like the gateway drug as far as getting yourself into hunting. Most kids start themselves off with squirrels as far as small game and getting yourselves out. Muskrats are usually that same way, except that's what you start with for trapping. At least that's where I started. I know some people started with coons. That's cool too. Coons were my next step up from muskrats. And I'll never forget the first coon I caught. I mean, every first for me was just spectacular, and I've got them all stuck in the back of my mind. I mean, great memories, but oh yeah, that's what I ate tonight. That's white-tailed deer. That's what we have up here, and I get them every year, and that's all we have here. But I love them. Yep, and I've done my recipe on here. I do my chicken fried venison steak. It's my favorite, and that's what I did tonight again. I could eat that every night and be fine with it. Ruby likes it too. She cleans up what I can't eat. So yeah, it's kind of a good relationship. But yeah, as I showed in that goose hunting video, my buddy's got a bunch of duck ponds over there, and right now the coons are all over that. So I'm gonna be showing a whole bunch. Hey, there you are. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you on here, man. Have you been out hunting at all? I've been sick since last Monday, but I've been out trying to hunt. I hunted 2 days, and it was just really crappy weather. I got rained on most of the day, Thursday. That's awesome. Yeah, I got rained on most of the day Thursday in the stand, and usually I don't. Usually I don't hunt during rain. I told you guys that before. I'm not one like during rifle season. Sure, I ain't got a problem with it, but during bow, I'm not one that wants to lose a deer, so I'm not going to go out and shoot something that I got fear of the rain washing the blood away. I'm not afraid to get wet, but I don't want to lose a blood trail. And the other day, like I said, the weatherman was way off. I mean, he said that it was gonna, stop raining at 3. I went out at about quarter to 3 and get out there, and it rained for the next couple hours, and I was soaked. So it was not a good time. But yeah, I've been pretty sick since last Monday. I'm actually going in for a COVID test on, tomorrow. I talked to my nurse, and she wants me to, I got to get up. She's calling me at 9 for, I don't know, I got to answer a bunch of questions over the phone, and then I got to drive all the way to Tawas tomorrow just to sit in my truck, and they come out and do the swab. So yeah, not really looking forward to that, but yeah, get it out of the way, get it cleared up. Well, I am going to be getting off of here. I've been on here for about an hour. That's what I'm going to try and do every Sunday. So it was great having you on here, Yassine, and um, it was great chatting with you guys. It's okay. Thank you very much for getting on here. It was nice chatting with you. I hope you have a good day at school tomorrow. And Yassine, we'll have to get together this year for some ice fishing for sure, if we don't get together before that. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you for everybody that joined in. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, and hit that like button too. It helps me out. So I appreciate it. And you guys have a good week.